We should be good now.
You're recording.
Okay, all right, great. All right, sorry guys. I'm Amanda Lesterhouse with the Finger Lakes Workforce Investment Board, and I am the Youth Systems Coordinator, which basically means that I am involved in anything and everything that has to do with career readiness for young adults and youth, typically 25 and under. And today we are going to be talking about LinkedIn, and we are just going to dive right in for the sake of time. I'm sorry, I got to hide you guys again. There we go. So how does LinkedIn compare to other social media platforms? Because even though you may or may not be on LinkedIn yet, you are most likely probably connected to one of these other social media platforms. So if you think of Facebook, right, we typically think of Facebook as a place, I mean, you can pretty much share anything and everything. So people can stay connected to their families and their friends, and they can follow pretty much anything that they want to. So when you think about that, again, you don't really get, it's not really a professional social media platform. Again, Instagram, right, gets even more. It's just like this meme here, it kind of shows the progression from LinkedIn as the professional social media platform, and kind of gets more unprofessional as you get to Tinder. And then I also didn't want Twitter or Snapchat to feel left out. So if you wanted to look at that and compare kind of how those different platforms look compared to each other, LinkedIn is the platform that you would use to present yourself in a professional manner. And so that's what we're going to be going over today, are the top tips of how to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is doing what it should be doing for you and helping you connect with others and help you find a job, especially, and then some actual job searching tips that you can use on LinkedIn. So a little about LinkedIn. Their vision is to create economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce. It is the largest professional social media platform in the world. There's over 610 million members. 303 of those members are active monthly users, and 40% of the users visit the site daily. 92% of Fortune 500 companies use LinkedIn. So let's see what LinkedIn looks like. And I already have this pulled up, so hopefully it will come right up for you guys. So this would be, again, if you're familiar with Facebook, you may be thinking to yourself, wow, that looks a lot like Facebook. And it absolutely does. It's the same concept of you have a news feed, you have your profile, you can search a lot like you could with Facebook and some of the other platforms. But again, this is a professional site. So it's anything and everything that has to do with your professional image and what kind of work you're looking for. So of course, this is my personal page, and it's a work in progress. I should have started this presentation by saying I am in no way, shape, or form an expert at LinkedIn, but I'm learning as I go. And we were fortunate enough, as the workforce development staff here in this region, we were able to attend a training that was put on by LinkedIn themselves in order to be able to share this information with our job seekers. So this is where all of this information is coming from. It's all up to date, and I actually have made changes to my personal account based on this information, because of course there's always room for improvement. And then if we went to my actual profile page, again, you would see that it looks a lot like Facebook can. But again, it's all my professional networks and my professional connections. Get back over here. And how LinkedIn is used. So people can professionally define who they are, including their work history, clubs, groups, or relevant activities, education, skills, and qualifications, and your aspirations and jobs and careers that you're interested in. You can also connect with other professionals, also known as networking, look for employment and volunteer opportunities, access learning opportunities, which we'll go over before the end of this, and also organizations and businesses can create their own profiles on LinkedIn in order to advertise job openings, use LinkedIn as a hiring tool, and market and define their business and services. So even though, so if you're sitting here and you're like, I have no idea how to market myself professionally, all right, we're gonna go over this and we're gonna help you out with some tips. So even though you may not be a professional yet or see yourself in that way yet, LinkedIn can still help. So use it by building your network of people to keep in touch with who can help you find a job, find a mentor to learn from, share useful information that will help you succeed in the working world. And then these are some of the top ways that you can use LinkedIn. Research career paths, evaluate your options and apply for jobs. You can check out different companies and do company research. You can find out the jobs that they offer at those companies and people who work there. And and I'll show you this later as well, when you look at a business's profile, it'll show how many people are registered on LinkedIn that work there or have worked there, and you're able to look through those people to see if you know anybody. You can explore universities and courses and the careers graduates go into afterwards. So if you're researching, if you're interested in going, maybe getting a bachelor's or a master's degree in a certain area, and you're really interested in a certain school, you can see who on LinkedIn has connected to that university with that degree and what kind of job they're doing now. You can also follow companies, sectors, and interesting, influential people in areas of interest. So in order to create an account, you can create an account from your desktop or a mobile, by downloading the mobile app. So one of the differences that really kind of sets LinkedIn apart from the other social media platforms is usually social media platforms are designed to be mobile friendly first and then also accessible on desktops, whereas LinkedIn is the opposite. It was really made to be desktop friendly, but now it is also very mobile friendly, but there are still some things that you cannot edit in the mobile app that you are able to edit on the desktop. So if you're ever trying to change something or add something and it's not working on your mobile app, try doing it from a desktop and it will most likely work. So in order to build a great profile, those are the tips that we're going to go over, because 75% of hiring managers report reviewing LinkedIn profiles before making a hiring decision, right? So it helps you make a great first impression, and it's an online resume for you, and your online resume will never sleep because it will always be available for recruiters who are out there who may be looking for a candidate just like you. So what matters the most when it comes to building a LinkedIn profile? So these are 7 items human resource managers have identified as being the most influential in hiring decisions from your LinkedIn profile. And I should also mention as well, we will share this presentation, this PowerPoint with you afterwards. So all the links and everything that I'm going to go over should work when we share it with you and send it to you. And we will send it to you to the email that you registered with. So the first thing you should do is add a professional picture, because on average, if you add a picture to your profile, you receive 14 times the profile views compared to profiles that do not have a picture. And these are the tips that the LinkedIn employee shared with us of what really makes a great professional picture for your profile. So clear headshots are the best. Lighting does make a difference. So make sure the lighting is good. You can go outside if it's a nice day. Just play around with that and make sure you're not dark shadows, things like that. Make sure that there's an uncluttered background. They shared that selfies are okay, and a little kind of extra personal tip that she threw in was you can use portrait mode if your phone has that capability. And actually, if I will go back to this real quick, that is exactly how I took my profile picture. This was actually taken on my back porch during a nice sunny winter day a couple weeks ago. And that is just, I have a plain wall. It was really like the only plain wall space I could find throughout my house. And it worked out really well. I used the portrait selfie mode on my camera and was able to get a great picture. Don't over filter your pictures. And then you also want to make sure that you add a background picture. And actually, I apologize. I should have just stayed on the screen for you for a second. So you could see what my background picture looks like. And this is actually comes straight from our Finger Lakes Works for Youth Facebook page. And so it kind of helps contribute to my brand. Here I am working in workforce development. So that is what I chose to use. And if you are not sure what to use for that, they suggested using Canva, which I am familiar with and had actually used before. So if you've never used it, it's very user-friendly. If you go to canva.com, and again, this link will be available to you in the follow-up email, you can go straight to click this link, and it'll take you straight to Canva where they have LinkedIn banner templates. So they already have them made for you, and you can choose which one you want to use, and then you can choose to personalize it if you want to. This also are the exact dimensions that you need. So anyone who already has some background skills in that, to create your own, these are the ratios that you want to use. Number 2 is write a strong headline. So your headline appears directly below your profile picture. Again, very similar to the Facebook platform. So their tips for writing a strong headline is explain what it is you do and or what you want to do, right? If you're in a certain career, but you're looking to make a career change, you could make your headline a part of that career change that you're looking for. Use it to show your passion and your interests. And a tip was, don't just list your current job or that you're unemployed. And I will admit, before I sat through this training, mine was set to Youth Systems Coordinator at Finger Lakes Workforce Investment Board, right? So that was actually something that I changed. And right now, I changed it to dedicated to improving the lives of our future generations, because that is what I'm passionate about. And then this is an example that they shared, software development engineer, but didn't just stop there, but also what programs they specialize in and that they're a recent graduate. And this just came from a Google search where I Googled strong headlines for LinkedIn profiles. And again, and LinkedIn actually has a part of their website, a part of their platform that has all of this information that I'll show you at the end. Number 3 is write a compelling summary. This is something that I'm still working on to get my summary done. So think of this as your elevator pitch or a brief cover letter. And again, I should say too, when you create a LinkedIn profile, if you haven't done so yet, it'll prompt you to complete all these steps. So for your summary, reference some of what you have done, some of what you are doing now, but focus on your future potential and aspirations. Keep it short, no more than 2 paragraphs, and this link will be available to you guys so you can actually click right here and go and see some best practices and some examples of that LinkedIn has actually pulled from profiles themselves to show examples of really great summaries. Number 4, detail your education. So on average, adding at least 1 education to your profile will result in 7 page views. So add as much accurate information as you can. It increases your search results. So not only does it increase the search results when people are looking for you, so say they're looking for someone with a certain degree and they're going to search for that, you'll show up in their searches, but it will also help navigate your searches when you're looking for jobs, because it will take the information that you have entered in your profile and use that to filter the results for your job leads. It will also help you connect with alumni and stay connected with post-secondary education. Number 5 is detail your experience. Give a dynamic, visually appealing representation of your professional story. So detailing your experience, again, it's going to increase search results both ways, helping recruiters find you and helping you find relevant job leads. Include all types of jobs, part-time, temporary, seasonal, etc. There will be a description section, and again, it'll prompt you to fill out this information. You'll have you put, where you worked, your job title, the dates, and then it'll ask for a description of your job duties. And their suggestion for that is to use bullets and keep the description short, kind of like you would on a resume. And then really focus on things that you achieved, delivered, or learned from your experiences. And add your certificates and badges, and add examples of your work with pictures or videos. And there are actually, I will show you the learning platform that LinkedIn has at the end. And when you complete, I'm not sure if it's for all of the content on there, but there are things that when you complete them, it will give you like a certificate or a badge, and you can put that directly right on your LinkedIn profile to show that you completed that. Number 6, add your skills. There will be a separate skills section that it will prompt you to fill out, and they suggest that you start with at least 5 skills in there to increase, again, your search results, right? Increasing so recruiters can find you and being able to find relevant job leads. 2 skills that are relevant to you, and you can browse through the skills, or you can use the search function to just search for specific skills. Now, all of these sections now that you are creating on your LinkedIn profile, keep in mind that just like a paper physical resume, you have to keep it updated as your career advances or changes. So make sure that you're updating the information in your profile as well as you continue to use the platform. Number 7, include volunteer experience and causes. 41% of hiring managers consider volunteer experience equally as valuable as professional experience. And this was that was based on a survey that LinkedIn did with the folks that use LinkedIn. So follow the same guidelines for entering work experience. It's especially helpful if it fills employment gaps, and it contributes to your skills, passions, your character, etc. It can help give you references, right, when you're looking for jobs. And overall, those are good things to add to your profile. And then we also have a bonus tip for you guys. In addition to those that came from LinkedIn, you can personalize your URL, and it makes it easier to share your profile. And again, there is a link right here that will be available to you where you can click it and it'll take you straight, it'll give you step-by-step instructions on how to change it. If we switch back to my profile real quick, when you log into LinkedIn and you go to your profile, you can click edit public profile and URL, and this is where that's located. So before, my address was like linkedin.com/in/Amanda-Westerhouse with like 12 numbers after it. So you're able to get rid of all of that and customize it to something that's easy for you to remember and easy for you to share, because you may see now, if you are actively job searching right now, you may have filled out applications that have asked for your social media links, especially LinkedIn. So I'm able to easily fill that out and know that it's linkedin.com/in/whatever I created. In this case, a Westerhouse. So now let's talk about job searching on LinkedIn and what that looks like. So this is an example that I found from my profile, from the jobs that it referred to me based on what I have filled out on my personal LinkedIn profile. So to job search, there is a icon at the top when you log in. You'll see this is like to get to your profile, this is to get to your news feed, and then here there is a jobs icon. So you click on the jobs icon, it'll bring up this page. There will be job matches based on your profile down here, and then it has the search function. If you click something right here into the search function, say I was looking for, youth advocate worker in Geneva, New York, and I hit search, it'll bring up all of these that you can filter your searches by. So there's a tip that you can use is once you get all those massive job lead matches is that you can filter by keyword, title, company, postal code, the years of experience you might need, the date that it was posted, and more. And as you are going through your search results, make sure that you save any job leads that you are interested in, because it will also, again, just help narrow down the job leads that the platform is matching to you. And also it will give you email alerts for any new job postings that come that are just like that or from the same company. Then a pro tip, the more complete your profile is, the more relevant job listings you'll receive. So again, I will share with you, we'll go back when I go back to my screen. Right now, I'm just a little over, I think, halfway to what they consider a complete profile. So you'll see like some of my matches here might not necessarily match me because my profile isn't all the way complete yet. Although to be a special agent at the FBI does sound really exciting, but these are more along the lines of what I'd be looking for. So for this example, what I did is I clicked on this one, Youth Mentor at Villa of Hope in Rochester. So if I had clicked on this right here, because I wanted to look at this Youth Mentor, it would take me to this screen. It would bring up the job ad. It would look very similar to other job search sites you may have used, like Indeed.com, Monster.com. It brings up and shows you the, everything that you would need to know in order to see if you are qualified for that job, want to apply for that job, and then in order to apply for the job. It tells you there's been one applicant so far from the LinkedIn platform for this job, and then the link to apply. And then also over here on the left-hand side, it'll bring up even more job matches based on your profile that you can scan through. And then if I was here, so I'm like, yeah, this sounds great. I want to apply to this, but I've never heard of Villa of Hope. And I'm not really sure what they are, or what they do beyond maybe this one job lead. So what I would do is click on their logo, and it would bring me to their company LinkedIn profile page. So then I could go through and I could get a more sense of what Villa of Hope is all about. Maybe I might find out they have multiple locations across Rochester. I can see all 214 employees that are registered on LinkedIn that work there. So maybe there's someone I know. If there was a connection this way, that maybe if one of their employees graduated from the same college as I did, it would let me know that right then and there and help me see all of those connections. So before I because I think the next one is the wrapping up. So before I do that, I did want to show you some of the things live on here of what you can do. So I will, right here it is. So to get to their learning platform, and actually, I already brought it up right here. You would go to this work drop down, and you would click right here for learning. And it would bring you to, I gotta wait for that to go away. There we go. It'll bring you to their LinkedIn learning page. They have all sorts of content on here that you could look at for different, anything and everything for the most part. But what I used this for was to actually look up videos of how to add certain things to LinkedIn, how to personalize my URL, things like that. You can look up videos on here of how to actually use LinkedIn. So if you had any, you weren't sure about something, you can go on right here. So I want to make sure that I showed you that. And if I go in here for the jobs again, you would see here, this is going to bring up all sorts of matches that I can go through. So in wrapping up, 8 best practice tips. Professional picture and background photo, your strong headline, your compelling summary, detailing your education and your experience, adding your skills, your volunteer experience and causes, and personalizing your URL. Those are the 8 best practice tips as you're getting started, creating your profile and getting comfortable using LinkedIn. When it comes to job searching, the tips are to use the filters to help customize your search. Save your search results that interest you in order to, again, help make those job leads that it's matching to you even more customized. And connect, because that really is and was the main, kind of the reason why LinkedIn came to be, was to be a professional networking social media platform. And the more you network, the more connected to other content and other opportunities you will be. And also remember to complete as much as your profile as possible and to continue adding and updating your profile so it will keep updating and changing the job leads that it matches with you. And now we are time for questions and answers. And if there are any questions that we may not know the answers to about LinkedIn, we will definitely do our best to figure them out for you and get back to you. And again, I'm Amanda Lesterhouse, and this is my email address in case you think of any questions after this.
Amanda?
Yes.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got a super great profile with a great picture, a great summary of your skills, you're going to get a lot of people maybe looking at your profile. Do you get a list of the people that actually looked at your profile?
Well, let's find out, because I know from this, I can see the number of people who have viewed my profile. So 4 who have viewed my profile. It does. Look at that.
So if you want to follow up with these folks, you can.
Yeah, and like this Mike Gaudio, I worked with him at the Youth Advocate Program like 4 jobs ago. So probably just saw me on there and was like, oh, hey, I know that person. So.
Great. I have another question. If you have a really old LinkedIn account, can you delete and start over?
You know, that I'm not sure about.
Sorry, I created mine like 10 years ago when it first came out. I don't think I've updated it since then, so I don't even know how to log in. I'll figure it out.
I know usually it will say, like, if you try to create a new one under the same email account, it wouldn't let you until you got rid of the one that's registered to that account. So I am guessing if you went into here and into settings, there would be a way to delete your account.
I don't know about deleting the account, but I think getting back to the question about will they give you a list of people that looked at your profile, I think at the free level, they give you some of the folks, but not everybody. And if you want the whole list of people that have looked, then you have to start paying for them for a membership.
Mm.
But with the membership, you get a couple other services that you don't get with the free. But the free is jam-packed with a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, so I clicked on this. This was if you wanted to close your account, and these are the options that it gives you. So you could just say, I have a duplicate account, and then create, I don't know. But that is what it brings up when you click on that option.
Mary Groton's she just wants to follow up with something. Go ahead, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Amanda and everybody that's on here, I once ended up with 2 accounts because I couldn't remember my password for the first one, blah, blah, blah. Well, I was able to merge them.
Oh, cool.
So if you do that, you can merge them. And yes, you can retrieve your password if you don't remember it. There's a lot, click here, click there, and answer the questions. You will eventually be able to get back in and change your password and have access to it. And then from there, I ended up being able to merge the 2 together and got rid of one of them.
That is good to know. Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Right. Any more questions from the chat?
We have no questions right now.
Okay. Any other questions? All right. Mike, do you want to share the closing screen? Oh, look at you, you're on top of it.
Well, on behalf of Finger Lakes Works and the Finger Lakes Workforce Investment Board, I want to thank you for joining us for today's Workforce Webcast. I want to thank our presenter, Amanda Lesserhouse. She is the coordinator of youth services with the Finger Lakes Workforce Investment Board. If you're interested in more services, feel free to contact your local career center. To get those centers, we have 5 in the area in the 4 counties. You can go to www.fingerlakesworks.com/centers. And for follow-up questions, please contact Amanda, and you can see at the bottom of the screen her email address. With there being no more questions, happy job seeking. Amanda, is there any last words?
Yeah, and we'll follow up. I'll send a follow-up email with the webinar slides and some other online resources that you guys can access. And this recording will be posted to our YouTube channel.
Excellent.
All right.
Well, thank you all. And Amanda, again, thank you.
Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.